and I think it could have been the 17th century when y'all went into that land, and then y'all started claiming our customs. You know, you started calling yourself Jewish, but you're not Jewish. Okay? According to the Holy Scriptures, the real Jews are so-called Negroes. Okay? I don't really like saying so-called blacks because there's Edomites that who are dark-skinned. Okay? There is a such thing as dark-skinned Edomites. But I say so-called Negroes because that is a byword that was put upon our people, the Israelites, during the time of slavery. Okay? We were called Negroes, niggers. Okay? Which nigger and Negro, both words just mean black. You know? Negroes, the Spanish way of saying nigger or black, okay? And nigger is, I believe, it's the Latin way of saying black. Okay? So there's many ways you can say black. And nigga is the slang word for the word nigger. Just making sure it's still recording. So, you know, our heritage was beaten out of us. We were not allowed to read the Holy Scriptures during the time of slavery. So those are the things that happened to us, okay? But getting back on the day of the Lord, okay, let's go here. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5, verse, Amos chapter 5, verse 18. It says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you?" So again, you know, you Christians, you know, but before I went into something else, you know, I was really going into, you know, where Cesare Borgia came from and how we lost our heritage. Because in order to understand the day of the Lord, you must first understand yourself. You got to understand your nationality. You got to understand who the world called Jesus looked like. Because, you know, you could talk about the day of the Lord, but you could talk about the day of the Lord, but then think of a so-called white person with long blonde hair and blue eyes. So if you're not looking for a dark-skinned man with woolly hair coming back in what the world calls a UFO, if you're not looking for that, then woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, because you don't know how are you going to desire the day of the Lord, but you don't know what he looked like. You know, how are you going to desire the day of the Lord if you don't even know his true name? How are you going to desire the day of the Lord if you don't know what the day of the Lord is about? If you think the day of the Lord is all happy day when he come back and the sky is blue and it's all sunny and all nations come together under heaven and hold hands and they start singing praises and everybody on the planet is happy forever and ever, you got the wrong idea about the day of the Lord, okay? And you Christians, you got it all wrong, man. You have no idea of what the day of the Lord is really about. So it says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. So the day of the Lord is described as being dark. That don't sound like, oh, happy day. You know, when I was a little kid and I used to watch scary movies, it was common in scary movies for people to be afraid of the dark. So if people are afraid of the dark, what does that say about the day of the Lord? It says the day of the Lord is darkness, not light. So there, you know, but let's continue on, okay? It says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. So the day of the Lord is described, is likened unto somebody that met a lion. Okay? If somebody runs into a lion, they're going to be terrified. Because we all know lions are extremely dangerous creatures. They're also very vicious creatures, okay? They're carnivores, okay? They eat flesh, okay? And lions will eat anything. They eat people. They eat wildebeests. They eat deers, zebras. They eat elephants. They eat buffaloes, okay? But they also eat people. They eat birds. So, and another thing about a lion is that ain't nobody outrunning a lion. Okay? So it says, Salakia. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you? Right. Well, how's the day of the Lord going to profit you Christians? You don't even know what the day of the Lord is about. Just making sure it's still recording here, okay? Because you know it's cold out, and when it's cold outside, the camera dies out quickly. Okay? To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, okay? When it says flee, it doesn't mean you escape from a lion, because ain't nobody escaping a lion unless a chariot beams you up, or you somehow find a building nearby, you run in there and you close the door. But if you out in the open, you're not outrunning a lion, okay? And really, that lion is really a metaphor. I mean, it's talking literally, because the scriptures speak about how there's going to be beasts, like wild animals, roaming the streets of America, and in the last days when hell break loose, there's going to be lions, you know, scavenging from dead bodies. There's going to be tigers. There's going to be cougars everywhere. So literally, America's going to be one big hell pit. Okay, America's going to be one big hell pit. You know? So yeah, there is going to be lions out here hunting people down and killing them, because the scriptures speak about the spirit of vengeance. But the lion is metaphorically talking about the military. You know, that lion could come in the form of famine. It could come in the form of concentration camp. You know, the lion is basically a metaphor for judgment, you know, and that judgment can come in the form of many terrible things, such as rape, such as martial law, such as being thrown into concentration camps, being kidnapped and tortured, you know. And so, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him. So you might have somehow escaped the famine, you might have somehow escaped the pestilence, but now you got to deal with monstrous apparitions. So that bear can metaphorically be going into monstrous apparitions. You know, that bear can metaphorically be going into newly created beasts. You know, okay. It says, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. You know? So you might have escaped the famine. You might have somehow escaped the disease warfare, the military. You might have escaped the Russian troops, the British troops. You might have escaped the UN troops. You know? You might have somehow, you know, avoided martial law, so you didn't go into a concentration camp. You might have somehow escaped the military, but now you got to deal with the nuclear destruction. So either way it goes, you know, if you're not of the elect, nobody is escaping the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Nobody's escaping the judgment of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Okay? Yeah, even very dark and no brightness in it. So the day of the Lord is described as terrifying. So there's nothing good about, well, the day of the Lord is gonna be good to his elect men, whosoever they may be out there. But the day of the Lord is not going to be good to everybody on the planet. The scriptures speak about how 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die. Let me get that real quick, okay? You're talking about, oh, happy day. Well, the scriptures say that 2 parts, meaning 2/3 of our people, are going to be cut off and die. Okay? Let me get that real quick. This is the book of Yapad. Beautiful. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, save the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. So the 2 parts is talking about the 2/3 of our people, which will equal up to 66.6% of the people of our nation. Okay, so 2/3 of our people, what Apostle Tahar was going into, the 2/3 is talking about the 2/3 here in America. Because like the Apostle said, there's still going to be those of the 2/3 who are still going to be alive even after the nuclear destruction. Okay, because the 2/3, there's going to be people of the 2/3 of our nation that's going to see the destruction of America. You know? But 2/3 here, they're gonna be destroyed, man. Okay? The Lord is gonna destroy them. They're gonna die. The Lord's gonna bring death on them. Okay, it says, and I will bring the 3rd part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. Okay, so the Lord is going to save his elect men, but he's going to destroy 2/3 of our people. Well, I'm going to get that in the Apocrypha too. Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. These are the words of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. He says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, I thought I heard my camera turn off. Okay, the Lord said he came not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, what is a sword used for? Okay, a sword is an instrument of death. And as a matter of fact, I want to get that in the Apocrypha. Put it out like this so that way the wind don't turn the pages. The Wadi Yahweh, the Wadi Yahweh shot for the sun. This is the book of